Hi, this is Sean Stone. I'm a photo editor at Wonderful Machine.
And this is Melissa Ginchersky. I am a designer at Wonderful Machine.
Today we are taking a look at the website of István Vizner. He's recently relocated from Switzerland. He's currently working in Arizona with a possible move to Los Angeles coming up. He's come to us looking to make some changes to his website, including a brand new edit and a new website, which Melissa is going to be customizing.
So I think we should just start by looking at István's website as a whole. It looks like way down there in the bottom right corner I can see his logo, and his branding looks really nice. The typefaces across the site look sophisticated and cohesive, and the styling of the site is nice. However, I would recommend keeping the logo on the top left where people will see it first and associate your name with your photography.
One of the first things that you had mentioned to me when we looked at his site together was that it's not responsive.
Mm-hmm. So the quickest way for me to tell if a site is responsive or not is grabbing this bottom right corner and kind of dragging and seeing how the website responds. And now I'm seeing that István's images are scaling, which is one facet of responsive design. However, the rest of the text and navigation content is not scaling, so that's kind of a sign that it's not responsive and won't handle as well on different mobile devices such as phones and tablets. So from here, why don't we dive in and look at some of the galleries and talk about how those are looking.
Sure. I think István has really great work, but he's currently showing quite a bit of it. We've got 30 different sets of images, each of which you can see in the thumbnail contain multiple images. So we've already got, over 100 pictures just in the single category, which is advertising. Then we've also got portraits, landscape, cars. We've got people in projects, and then we've got a motion overview, which isn't actually motion work. It's a video of his book, which is it's a really cool book, but to call it motion, I think can be a little bit confusing when art buyers might expect it to be his video work.
Agreed. And I think in general that number of galleries is just going to be kind of overwhelming to a client looking at István's site.
And I also, to have the navigation on the very bottom, I think makes it a little bit difficult to find. I would expect when I'm in advertising, if I don't look carefully, I might just think that these are the only things that he has to show, and I don't even think to look down here at the very bottom. So what I'm going to recommend for István is just that we keep keep the work divided up into genre-defined categories as we have now, but probably do away with this sub-navigation, which would mean trimming down the work so that he's showing a little bit less, which I definitely think would be beneficial, and just kind of simplifying the overall flow of it.
Let's also take a look at István's contact page. So this is a pretty straightforward contact page. Let's also take a look at the About page. It's nice that he has a photo of himself here, and that clients can form a little bit more of a personal connection and feel like they're getting to know him a little bit better. I did, however, notice that the bio seems a little bit long, and this scroll functionality is a little bit finicky, so I think that definitely moving towards a template where this is a little bit more
easier to grab
and a little more streamlined would definitely be beneficial. I think this awards information is really nice, and I think let's see what he has for copyright. I think in general the copyright information is just more often listed briefly in the footer of the website, so it can be seen from any page, and having a whole page dedicated to it I don't think is as necessary.
Right, and he also needs to make sure that he keeps the copyright date. And we saw from his About page that he's definitely updated, his work and his information since then. He probably just overlooked this one little thing.
And then finally we have the clients page.
So, an impressive client list for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And again, we just definitely want to keep those easy to navigate.
Yep.
So, I believe that is all we have to say for now, and Sean and I are going to get to work on István's web edit as well as his web template customization.
All right, we'll show you the results here in just a minute.
And we're back. István is now using one of Squarespace's responsive templates, so his images are all scalable, the navigation is much simpler, his logo is up at the top left where it's the first thing that you see, and it looks really great.
Yeah.
And Sean's done an excellent job with the edit,
Why,
obviously.
thank you.
So it's very easy to navigate, and the galleries are much more focused and fewer, so... Do you want to take us through?
Yeah, sure. So we divided this up primarily into work and art. He wanted to kind of separate out his commercial assignment stuff from his more personal fine art projects while he builds a separate fine art brand. So in the work section, we've got 4 areas: conceptual, which is primarily this kind of very polished commercial stuff. But we just kind of selected the most polished, most compelling pictures rather than having a bunch of different images from different series like he had before. Then we've got corporate, lifestyle, and entertainers, which is a section of musicians and actors and that sort of thing that he's been photographing more of lately. And the fine art side of things is something that István actually worked on himself. So he's got kind of a separate brand that he wanted to highlight here in the beginning. And again, this is kind of a prelude to his fine art brand. And then we've got his about page with bio, which we helped him refine a little bit. His old bio was pretty lengthy, so we've shortened it down to just a couple of paragraphs with a nice, the same headshot as before. He's got an awards and client section, and then his contact page, nice and simple. Okay, so that about does it for István. If you would like to get help on some of your own work with a new web edit or a template customization, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach me at Sean, SEAN, at wonderfulmachine.com.
Or me at Melissa at wonderfulmachine.com.
Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time.